in LA. Thanks to this next product, Dr. Will Kirby. Welcome back to QVC.
It's an honor to finally work with you. Thank you so much for having me.
Sweet. Thank you. Well, hot picks at QVC are the stars of the day, and there has been a buzz in the building, outside of the building, on our threads, throughout all of the communities at QVC about this product that you bring to QVC tonight. It's from Neutrogena, and it's the Dermatologics Retinol NX Serum. And you might say, okay, whoa, that's a lot. Don't worry. Dr. Will Kirby, who you've seen on television, you've heard him talk to his clients, he's here to break it on down for you so you understand why this is a must-have and why you want to use it every evening. Because of that, we actually have this 1 ounce on auto delivery. It's going to ship to you every 60 days. So we are talking about just $59.16 for a 60-day supply. I know at LA prices, $1 a day for gorgeous skin sounds really, really awesome.
Pretty reasonable to me. I think
Absolutely.
No matter where you live, it's pretty reasonable.
But we also have something very special. It's the only day in August on 2 easy payments. So what that means to you is when you go on auto delivery and it comes to you every 60 days, you'll always stay in that on auto delivery on 2 easy payments. So you get it right away, but you just spend $30 this month and $30 next month. So Dr. Will, we look at this and we say, what is it? It's a lot of words there. I mean, we certainly recognize a lot of the names. So what actually is this serum?
Excellent question. I think that's what we need to get down to basics and discuss what's in here. What's the powerhouse? This is the marriage of 2 patented technologies. One's called Tetrol E. Tetrol E is derived from amino acids, which are the building blocks of life, and that restores elasticity, provides firmness, makes your skin more supple. The active, the strong product in here is the retinol. And retinol is a product that people throw the word around. They say retinol this, retinol that.
And we think we're supposed to know what it means,
right.
Dr. Will. And then somebody actually pins us down and we say, I don't really know what it means.
And I think before I explain exactly what it does, let's take a step back, really quick dermatological lesson here. The human skin cycle is a 35 to 57-day cycle. And believe it or not, most of the dust that you see in your house is dead skin cells because we're constantly sloughing off dead skin cells. Adults, well, we're at that 57-day end. Children, they're at 35 or less. And what retinol does, very simply, very specifically, it increases that surface cell cycle. So that instead of 57 days, we're increasing the rapidity that these skin cells are sloughing off. So we make it more 40 days, 39 days, 38 days, try to get it down to that 35-day cycle. And that's why you see more baby skin when you use retinols. And the retinol has to be stabilized or you're not going to see it work over time.
So a lot of people throw the word around, but with Dr. Will Kirby here and with the name that you see on the screen by Neutrogena and the Dermatologics Retinol NX, you know you're getting a product that's been tried and tested. It works. That's why it's a hot pick. That's why we'd love for you to call us if you use it. Already today, before we even started this presentation, 1,200 were ordered, and it's the only day in August where you'll get easy pay, but you can lock into that. So who is it for? Who can use this?
This is for anyone who's worried about the aging process, and I think that's
that's everybody.
That's most people. I mean, the truth is, children don't really use this because they're not worried about the things that it corrects, which is fine lines and eventually a little bit deeper wrinkles. So it's really the fine wrinkles that people are most worried about. And one of the ways that I give this as an example is the thinnest skin on the human body is the skin around the eyes, and as a result, that's the skin where you first start to see the signs of aging. A study was done at 8 weeks. 70% of patients who used this showed a decrease in the fine lines under the eyes.
I want you to say that again in case you were in the other room.
At 8 weeks, because it takes 8 weeks, that's 57 days approximately. You know, you're looking at about 2 months there. That's how long it takes to really see the difference. And at 8 weeks, 70% of people saw a reduction in the fine lines under the eyes.
So what's different here? Because you said it, Dr. Will. Retinol's thrown around a lot, and we see it in all different lines. Why is this Neutrogena Dermatologics so different in terms of this retinol program?
The thing with retinols is because of that cell cycle, because of that 57-day cycle, you have to be compliant and you have to use the product every single day. A lot of retinols aren't stabilized. So someone starts using a retinol, it's not stabilized, it breaks down within the bottle or it breaks down on your shelf, and as a result, when you're using it on day 30, 31, 32, you're not getting a retinol that's actually working. So the reason people get frustrated with retinols is because they're not compliant and they don't use them for that 57-day period, that 8-week period.
And that's the thing. You might not know. You might now be thinking, well, I'm using one and I don't really know. But now you do. Now you know that you're getting the product that is going to work. And at the only day this month on 2 easy payments and with a 30-day unconditional bottom of the jar guarantee, you could send this home empty if you wanted to, even though it is a 2-month supply, to see and see the difference. Sharon's joining us. Sharon, welcome into the LA edition of Saturday Night Beauty featuring Dr. Will Kirby. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing just fine. It's a pleasure to speak to both of you.
Thank you. Our pleasure. So, have you used this?
not only am I using it, but my husband is now using it.
It's very difficult to make my male patients do anything. They won't do anything at all, so that's good. You must have a good relationship there.
Your skin must look awesome. And your husband said, oh, wait a minute, I don't want them thinking this is my daughter. I want them thinking it's my wife. Right,
Exactly.
Sharon?
And I'm not even so sure if it's because Dr. Will was my husband's favorite person on that other show, or whether it was because my husband loved the way my skin looked.
Maybe a little bit of both. So what did you see, Sharon, in your skin?
Well, I was never able to use a retinol product before, and because I live right in the heart of New York City, I've been to a lot of very famous dermatologists, many of whom have been on QVC, and they've all given up on me and retinol. And I thought, well, I'm just going to give this a try, and I've not had any irritation problems with it.
Good for you.
I've used it since the first time I saw you present it on air.
Okay.
And I see wonderful results around my eyes. There's just a wonderful glow to my skin now. I've seen terrific results with pores. My pores have really shrunk in the few areas that I didn't like the way they looked. And as I say, my husband said, your skin looks fabulous. And I said, yours can too, with just a couple of minutes at night. So he said, can we have it around all the time? And I've put it on auto delivery now.
Good for you.
Makes
Good for
sense.
you. Well, Sharon, thank you so
Thank you,
much for
Sharon.
such a glowing testimonial. Thanks for taking the time to dial in, and hey to your husband as well.
Okay, my pleasure. Thank
you,
for
Sharon.
a wonderful product.
Thank
Bye.
you, Sharon. Bye-bye.
Well,
That's
Sharon,
powerful testimonial.
Very much so. She mentioned other dermatologists. Well, people say to me, Dr. Kirby, what do you use? And I say, this is what I use. If you come to my house, this is what I have in my
And
cabinet.
if you don't mind me
so
saying, you have gorgeous skin.
thank you very
Absolutely
much.
Beautiful
Flattery
skin.
will get you everywhere.
Well,
so
thank you.
Thank you
I
very
didn't know that, but my mother used to have a saying, God rest her, you're just saying that because it's true. I'm only saying that because it's true.
Thank you very much.
Now, if you say, I'm not ready to lock into auto delivery, I mean, I know, like brushing my teeth, I need to do this on a daily basis, but I want to try it as a one-shot. We do have that option as well. It's a 85250. Maybe you want to buy it for your sister or your mom or your dad because you love it, but today is the day to try it. And the beauty of this, Dr. Will, is if I have a line that I love that I'm using, can I incorporate this and add it to the skincare regimen I'm already using?
Absolutely. I tell all my patients, if you come to my office in Beverly Hills, we set up a hierarchy. That hierarchy is first and foremost a broad spectrum sunscreen. You need it every single day. The second thing you need is a stabilized retinol based product. I recommend using it at night. You can use it during the day, but I recommend at night. Everything else you do, everything else falls underneath that hierarchy.
On clean skin after I've cleansed my skin at night?
Exactly,
Okay.
and the beauty is too, they show you exactly the right amount to use. A pearl size amount, which is what the bottle dispenses, is enough to cover your entire face.
Right.
People tend to want to use more with products. They really don't understand how much to use. I promise you, a pearl size amount, that's all you need. Dab, 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 thin layer to the nose, the cheeks, the forehead.
Right.
Rubs in. It's a serum. It's absorbed really
Right.
efficiently.
And can I
thin
follow
layer to the
that
whole
up
face.
with my night cream if I'm using it in the morning with my
Anything
with my
else
day
you
cream
need, you
with
absolutely
SPF?
can, but this should be, like you said, applied to clean skin either a day or a night.
And here's how easy it is to do it. Pick up the phone, you buy a 90803, or go to QVC.com. You can order it online if you're brand new. If you've never shopped at QVC before, we are so proud of the high-end skincare and beauty brands that we have. We've got Dr. Will Kirby joining you live. This is a hot pick. This is a star of the day. This is something that we've earmarked as one of the best-selling, one of the best don't miss items of the day. And today is the only day in August it's on Easy Pay, unless you go to auto delivery, because this is not something we use once and forget about it. It's something we have to remind our skin to do every single day.
Compliance is imperative with anything you do in life, but particularly with your skin. And I think the skin is the most attractive thing on the human body. I'm biased. I'm a dermatologist, but you have to be really compliant, tiny little bit every single night.
And people who notice a difference. Like if I start to slack off a little bit because one of the kids are sick or I've been working crazy shifts, you'll hear a makeup artist say, you're a little dry, or, oh, what have you been doing? And then, you know, when you get back on the bandwagon and you're doing everything that you can for beautiful skin, people notice, people will see a difference. So will you. Individual results can vary. That's why we've got a 30-day unconditional money-back, bottom of the jar, empty jar guarantee. But we have an Ask Us question from QVC.com.
Okay.
Liz, also from New York, wants to know from Dr. Will Kirby, what's the best age to begin using the Neutrogena retinol?
Well, let's go.